popular Nigerian journalist and former presidential spokesperson REUBEN ABATI has called out Igbo leaders for not backing any of the presidential candidates. It will be recalled that there are about 5 Igbos as standard bearers in the 2023 presidential race. Dumebi Kachuku is contesting for the position of the president under ADC. Peter Umafi is also vying for the same seat under ABGA platforms. Other Igbo presidential candidates include Peter Obi, Labour Party, Okudile Nwanyadike, NRM, and Dan Nwanyanwu, ZLP. According to that, is a Zenith whatever party. According to REUBEN ABATI, instead of the Igbo leaders to back one of the 5 candidates, they are busy talking about which to support between Asiwaju TINUBU and ATIKU Abubakar. But Igbo is not talking about their own. They are talking about a meeting to decide who to choose between ATIKU and Asiwaju. Peter Obi is clearly the front runner among the Igbos on the list, REUBEN ABATI stated via a post. Is that not a stupidity? Well, the Igbos leaders you are talking about, are they the ones that are going to unfortunately for them, they don't have a followers that or people that will listen to them when they even talk. So that is even the worst part of it. When you talk about Igbo leaders, they are just few and they don't even command respect. They don't command respect. So to me, they are on their own. Let them continue. That was the same thing they did until ATIKU chose another person from South. So it is not a problem to me. But one thing is that the majority of the people know what they want. And even some of the places, maybe it is only in the north, maybe a southwest, they have a leaders that can say, yeah, go this way or go that way. They'll just follow like that. But not all everybody in southwest again. But in the north, if you say, yeah, go left, all of them will just make go. They go right, all of them will just go raga. They will just, when breeze they blow grass like that. When breeze blow, it blow right. All of the grass will just blow in the same direction. In that kind of place. But when it comes to south, even south, how those ones say they are the touch. Say they get one this thing. They have a different groups. Maybe they will listen to themselves, but that somebody will just come say that maybe the front person, that maybe the Tokunadu for this region. Like what they have in southwest, they can't. It's not possible. So to me, it is not even a threat. All these politicians, like I've always said, when you talk about Igbo marginalization, even some citizens of that region too, they are always making mistakes, thinking that the politicians are talking about marginalization of their people. Even the so-called every Igbo man on the streets, you are not even suffering because you can fend for yourself. You are not getting anything from them. So it is all those politicians that are looking for one contract, one juicy position or the other. So that's why it's always painful to them. And you just yourself as an Igbo man, you'll be saying, oh, they've never given us position. The position where they give people from other regions is not their masses, their people are not gaining anything from there. You just want to stand him. Now we be the ruling party, now we be the ruling tribe. That is just all they gain, nothing. One ask the northerners, that is just the only thing. Born to rule, now we they rule. But what can they gain for inside? Just their politicians that are gaining. So what are you talking about? So the so-called Igbo leaders, they can do whatever and do whatever. Their own people, they don't command respect. That is just a summary of the whole thing. They do not command respect. So it is all within the politicians that are doing all those things. It is if the Igbo leaders tell their people to do something, their people will look. If that thing is okay, they will agree to that. If the thing not okay, forget it. They only respect them when what they are telling them is in line with what they themselves believe, because they go look everything thoroughly. They are not just pushover. So to me, that is my own opinion. That from what I have seen, they can be talking of article, they be talking of this thing. That is their own cup of tea. They do not command respect to that extent that because of that the whole thing will not swing to their side. Now the people themselves can decide for themselves. They are not going to be waiting for any leaders or elders anyway. Well, none of the people you mentioned, okay, Atiku Abubakar is Southeast choice. You people should stop talking about saying anything. None of the people you mentioned, rather the whole Nigeria, not just Igbo, have thrown their weight behind Obi. So it is not even matter of a Igbo thing. It's not Igbo thing. We are talking about the the people, somebody who is competent among. We are talking of competency. Somebody who is more competent among them. That's what we are talking about. We're not talking about Igbo or whatever. Peter Obi just happens to be from that region. Because if you go to the other side too, the same thing. It's not everybody that, of course, we have many people who do not even believe in Jagaban in Southwest. They don't even believe in him. The only people who believe are now young people where they are run down. I heard those say Lagos, even not Lagos, and just all those ones where they Kaba, all those ones. And the people that are going to use money to bribe, but ordinarily say they like him because they never gain anything for him body apart from Magbel way they harass them left, right, and center. So the Igbo leaders can say whatever they want to say. They can support who they want to support. They don't have control over their people. Well, shame to any Igbo man who allowed himself to be bought by Atiku or TINUBU to scuttle this Obi for the president. Dumebi Kachuku, Peter Umafe, Okudili, Ayadike, and one Umadi should step down to collapse their structure into that of their brother Obi, whose national appeal and popularity is now spreading like a wildfire. All of them know they cannot even make it to become the president, but they just want to play spoilers roles. Because all those ones too, how many people can even vote for them? All those ones I even mentioned, whether they even collapse, all those ones, if they collapse their structures and merge with Peter Obi, it's never even reach anything because all of them put together, all their whatever, I don't sure say go even reach 100 votes. So that's just the way I see it. Whether they collapse or they don't collapse, that's not the kind of a measure Peter Obi needs at this point in time. That's not the kind of measure he needs. So that's just what I think. Well, if they can collapse their system and join with Obi, it will be better. Maybe to a very large extent, but to me, I'm more surprised at the emergence of Dan Nwanyanwu as the presidential candidate because I hold him in and high esteem as a true Igbo son and patriotic. I am equally surprised at the emergence of Umadi, a former CJ, for vying for the same office with his more popular and more nationally acceptable brother, Mr. Peter Obi. All these people should respect themselves and perish their treacherous roles that the people's projects. Let them team up with Peter Obi, an idea who time has come for maturity, and none saboteur can succeed in sabotaging it. They are printing their names in the halls of infamy as the ones tried to sabotage the common project of giving Nigeria a liberator. But God did not allow them succeed. Ohanes intervened now before it is too late. Act like Afenifere, which directed all Yoruba aspirants to step down for TINUBU, and all concurred except those who refused to do, and so were humiliated and disgraced at the primary. Okay, this makes sense anyway. This is a clarion call for brothers to support brothers, which in every sense makes a lot of calculative sense. Please leave Afenifere out of a TINUBU success. They antagonize him more than you can ever imagine. I love TINUBU's fighting spirit. He deserves being celebrated. Okay, they have no structure to collapse. Or Indigbo are PDP supporters, but God will humiliate them all. Okay, come reconcile, come shine. They must be a saboteurs, no matter what. Just be a man and never be part of them. That is it. That is it. They must be people that will betray. It's a given.